Alright, Awesome 33. Well, I think on Awesome Rant 3, I talked about Pokemon. Well, I got some more stuff about Pokemon, the whole Pokemon world. You know what I'd have been down for in Pokemon? A Pokemon War. For real, it's like, just have like giant size, like one side has all these fucking massive Charizards and the other side is just full of massive Blastoids. Think about trying to run into a field full of those. How fucking scary that would be. Things like fucking like hella tall, breathes fire and can fucking fly. Like you can't even fly, you can barely even run, and you're fucking out there. And you know what I don't get? Is that, it's like, why wasn't there like any type of war or like type of military institution inside the Pokemon world? I mean, we spend all of our time trying to make weapons of mass destruction and shit that, can kill as many people as we can. And here, they have living weapons like right outside that these little 10-year-old kids can go out there and capture with these balls. And speaking of the Pokeballs, doesn't anyone else see the problem with the whole Pokeball thing? Doesn't that send the message that, hey, if you go out and you wound an animal far enough and you have this magical Pokeball, you can throw it at them and capture them, and they'll be your slave for life until you trade them like some type of merchandise, like it has no value. It's kind of weird. And also, it seems like you have these kids, they have on the show, these kids fighting for badges and stuff, like animal versus animal. Wasn't this the same stuff that we condemned Mike Vick for, for his, dog fighting? Isn't that the same shit they're showing on TV? Essentially is glorified cartoon dog fighting, but with random animals that can shoot, deadly fires and electricity and water, Also, what I never got is about the gym. You're supposed to go to gym, each one getting progressively harder. But isn't it kind of convenient that in the game you always kind of start out at the easiest gym? It's like, I thought all the gyms are supposed to be kind of equal. So I mean, if I'm in the Pokemon world and for some reason I'm bored in the town that has the 8th gym leader, I can't challenge that gym leader because... Fuck! Really? So, as I was saying before I got interrupted by a phone call that wasn't really necessary, if I lived in the town that had the 8th gym, what, I can't face the gym leader? Because his Pokemon level be like near 40 or 50. I don't know, like last gym was like the hardest. And they always made that shit full of dragon types and stuff like that. I don't have a dragon. What the hell? I have a level 5 Pokemon that knows Scratch, Ember, or Tackle. That's not going to do shit against a Pokemon that can probably fly, especially if it's Dragonite. Dragonite kicked ass. Okay, and so also didn't make no sense is that how convenient it was that in the game you always start out, by a professor's house so you can get a starter Pokemon. But in real life, it's like, you don't always start by a professor's house. What do you have to do? You have to go out there with like a stick and find your own Pokemon, like just claim it, like just beat the shit out of it. And the tall grass is weird, because it's like, tall grass are supposed to be wild Pokemon. But in the game, you can run in the same circle, the same 4 little tall grass area, and keep encountering wild Pokemon. Now, if they're wild Pokemon, why the hell are they still there? I mean, they have senses. I'm pretty sure they probably knew you were fucking coming before you even got there. So it's like either they were trying to take you down, or, maybe they're just stupid. Maybe you got like the retard Pokemon with a bunch. And that's why you have to train him, because he's not even that great. And speaking of like training, it's like, you never get the evolution process of Pokemon. It's like, on the show, it shows them growing white and then they evolve. And on the game, they go, oh, what's this? And they go to a split screen. This Pokemon is evolving. And it has those little flash images in between and going, dun, dun, dun. And, you press B to stop the evolution. But that's in the game. Now, if I was in the Pokemon world, like really, and there was a Pokemon evolving, what the fuck do I do? Do I see it glowing? I can't press B. There's no B button. Do I just tell it stop evolving? Do I kick it and say fucking stop that? I mean, come on. And then, okay. So, oh yeah. So, in the game, they have those Pokédex. And in the Pokédex, they have the info, the Pokemon, kind of like random stuff, height and weight. Because, that's all important. It's a game, but whatever. But you know the also interesting thing they added into it? They added the Pokemon cry. You remember that? Every time each Pokemon had a different cry, it would come out like or and I'm like, okay, so why do I need this? Am I supposed to be like some type of zoologist or something? Am I gonna find some type of island out there that's like Jurassic Park but with Pokemon? And I'm gonna be out there in the tall grasses and I'm just gonna hear this, and I'm like, dude, wait, did you hear that? Wait, I think that's the sound of a Bulbasaur. I think I heard this before on my in-game Pokédex. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a Bulbasaur. And you know what also is kind of weird? Is that, you remember Lavender Town? You know, in Red and Blue, it was that town that you had, like, where you go to see all those dead Pokemon and where you go to face Marowak and stuff like that. It's like, so, does that mean Pokemon actually die? I mean, what actually kills them? Because they're in these battles like all the time, knocking each other out. There, you know, they get, paralyzed, frozen, burned, poisoned. And it's like nothing kills them. They go to Nurse Joy, and then you're back to health. And I'm like, okay, so if that's true, then where do ghost Pokemon come from? It's like, weren't they like regular Pokemon before they die? And can ghost Pokemon die? It's like, well, obviously they probably can't die, but it's like if regular Pokemon die, will they become ghost types? I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense. And if that's true, then Ghostbusters would be very profitable in the Pokemon world. And then speaking about that poison, ailment, it's kind of weird how the poison works. It's like, first of all, it's not even supposed to be poison. Poison's ingested. They've been envenomated. They've been in venom. So that's right off the bat wrong. Secondly, why the hell do you not get hurt by the poison as long as you stand still? It's like, oh, if I take a step, my Pokemon slightly lose HP. But if I stand still, they're okay. I don't think that's how poison works. I mean, if someone came and tried to poison me, if I stayed still, I think I'll still be dead when all the side effects kicked in. But hey, I don't know, whatever works on the show. Also, they should be more realistic with the Pokemon Center. Like, they should have like a show or something like that, kind of like Grey's Anatomy or Scrubs or something, but way better. And it actually just depicts, of the Pokemon going in, them having surgery, and how not all the Pokemon actually survive. A lot of them die on the table, and their organ gets harvested for the next person on the list. It's true, and it's sad, but I mean, wouldn't that be more realistic that animals are out there and they get hurt, and then some of them don't make it? That's how it goes. And what's weird is they have so many Pokemon centers out there. I haven't seen one human hospital. What? Do the humans and trainers not get hurt? How do they not get hurt with these powerful animals out there that's doing whatever the fuck they want, especially out in the wild? That makes no sense.